Hello and welcome to day 8 of doing a draft every day until I am Mythic. You might have noticed I am in a different location, which is very weird. I've traveled to see my girlfriend, so hopefully this helps. Alright, the lighting's a bit dark because it is later than I normally record. And the whole video is going to be a bit of a posture check because there is no backrest. So if I start slouching and fall out of frame, I apologize. I also don't have a second monitor, so I will not be able to see if that happens. So I apologize. It's going to be a little bit scuffed, but I wanted to make sure I carried on with the challenge. So hopefully it's still entertaining and we get a good draft in. We're still on quick draft. But I think I might be hard forcing the Golgari decks. I just have had so much fun with them, and every time I try something else, I have had little to no success. That being said, this is probably the worst pack to open with wanting to hard force a green-black deck, because the green-black cards are pretty rubbish. So I could just take the Sharpshooter for a Mardu deck. I really like this card. I think everyone does. It's just a really nice effect with the mobilized creatures. The Conqueror is nice. It is just a powerful creature on its own. And the one thing that I didn't realize about this card until I think maybe last draft or 2 drafts ago is that it disables monuments, which is quite good. I think I'll take the Sharpshooter though. I actually think it's better, even though it's an uncommon. But if we get anything Golgari related, I'm just going to force it. We kind of do, the Veteran and the Sage. So I think I'm just going to take one of those. GTP on Death would be to carry on the Mardu route, which maybe I should do. Smile at Death, I think, is a bit of a bait. I don't think it's great. A bit slow. You need just white doesn't really have great mill sources. So maybe this is supposed to be played in like an Abzan deck, but yeah, it's a bit weird. You need some sort of white-green deck going on. So, what do I want to take? The Veteran is a card I feel like is really fun to try make work. Both in a Sultai deck or just any deck, because of the fact that both Dusan and Pummeler are both commons, so you're very likely to be able to get it going with that. Sage of the Fang synergies are so nice, and it is a 3 cost as well, which is certainly an added bonus. But I think I want to try and make this work. Oh, it's so risky though. Maybe I just go Sage of the Fang. Sage of the Fang just feels like the safe option. Let's do it. Let's be a bit more experimental. Oh, that is loud. I hope that's not too loud for you guys. I'm gonna just turn the volume down a little bit more. I keep turning it down and it's still too loud. Okay. So, this is a great pack. I'm glad I tried to force it because Host of the Hereafter and KO Goalkeeper are great, but I think Host of the Hereafter clears the Goalkeeper just because of the colors. I don't think Goalkeeper is a great reason to splash blue. Definitely can splash blue, but I don't necessarily want to if I don't have to. So yeah, this is just too good, I think. So yeah, let's just take that. Oh, how do I? Well, I had to install Arena again on this computer, hence the volume being a bit loud and stuff. But how do I change the deck layout? Aha, like this. Perfect. Oh, another one. Yeah, I'll take it, and hopefully some of these Dusans and Pummers come back and we can really get it working. Wow. Okay, well, I've got my basic setup going. There's a Dusan. Think I prefer that. I think this is really... Yeah, this one's so good on Menace, but I actually think the Menace creatures are pretty underwhelming, so definitely not worth taking speculatively, I don't think. But, you know, if you end up with a bunch of menace creatures, I think this card is just phenomenal. I've lost to it a couple times with some pretty stupid blocks. But let's take the Doosan. There's a Pamela. There is also a tap land, which I quite like. Kintree Nurturer and Deathgorger are also good in this deck. But the Pamela kind of just feels so good because of the fact that it immediately gets this going. So I think I'm just going to take it. But I have so many 4 costs, I probably should not take any more. I'll take the Devotee. I think normally I'm more likely to go Abzan direction than Sultai direction. Just the general sense I've got, but definitely not impossible to go the Sultai direction. I think Piercing Exile's the pick here. I might be wanting more cheap creatures, but in terms of removal in black-green, there is quite a bit, but I think Piercing Exile's good. Obviously slightly less good because we don't have dragons. Nice. Snakeskin Veil is great. We want at least 1 or 2 of those. Now I could go the Devotee for some cheap creatures, but I think the Nurturer's still fine here. Yeah, I think I just go Nurturer. And then I think here it's probably the Night Brigade, but probably won't play it. Put it in the probably won't play pile. This is also going to be in the probably won't play pile. And this is in the probably won't play pile. But that one's, as I say, definitely playable in a sand deck. And this is amazing. That is a rare that fits quite nicely into the deck. I think it's just a bit of a bomb in the format anyway, so it fits our colors. It is really sad to go past this. I know that it's one of the most broken cards, but I will still take a Surak. Okay. Nothing great here, to be honest. It might just be a Sarkhan's Resolve, which does not feel good. But it is removal, but it's... I had this in my last draft, I think, as removal, and it was pretty underwhelming. Strategic Betrayal can be really nice. Sultai Devotee definitely gets a bit higher priority because of the Exhale. Aggressive Negotiations is also good, but I don't have many 2-drops right now, so I think I would rather the Devotee here. Because I think Negotiations, you really want to be playing like a 2-cost into Negotiations, making it bigger, getting rid of their bombs or their like ruining their tempo. It's kind of like preemptive removal. Ooh. Bargain is very nice, but I think Maneuver is probably better. It fits the sort of removal and counters that we want. So I think I'll take that. Ooh, Wayfair, I think, is probably the play here. A good 2-cost with that can mill some of our new effects. Negotiations could be the other consideration, but I think 2 costs are pretty premium. Definitely take that over the Earthcarver. I think Earthcarver's got an interesting thing going on where I think it really wants to be played in a white-black deck because of white has a lot of the like more go wide, but then are you really building like a counters deck with a go wide? So I think it kind of dips into too many places and doesn't really work in any, but I definitely could be wrong. Like, you could definitely build something around it. Again, another Negotiations, but I have a feeling we're going to see some come back, so I'm happy taking the Wayfair here. There's a Pamela, but we are very expensive at the moment. We have too many 4 costs, I think. So do I just want to take something else? There's not really much else to take. I could take the Rhino, but I don't really want to splash for the Rhino. And Evolving Wilds is interesting. I could take it, but I am 2 colors, and I think mana fixing in 2 colors kind of is not so good. But I could end up wanting to splash white, and then it becomes good. So I guess it's just like, am I going to play a Pamela? I think the answer is probably not. So I think I'll just take the Wilds in case. Ooh, what? Bloodfires is a good 2 cost, and Vanguard's a good 5 cost. But I think we're looking more for 2 cost than 5 cost, but this is a really good card. So it is tempting. But I think I should just be disciplined and take the 2 cost here. Maybe it's a bad choice, but I think it's the right one. Envoy's expensive, so maybe I just go Nurturer. I really like Envoy. I think it's kind of the pack beast of the counters decks. Definitely worse than pack beast, but it's doing similar things. I think, yeah, I feel like 5/4 cost is maybe a bit much, but I guess I don't have anything more expensive, so that's kind of like five, uh, five of my top end cards, and I don't need to focus so much on them being all 4 costs. I think I like it just because it's got more synergies going on, and it's got the draw a card effect, but maybe I do just need some more 3 costs going on. And the Endure is really nice for getting early counters. Yeah, I think I'll just take this. There's another Bloodflies. There's also another Veil. Which do I want more? I think the Veil I want more, actually. Is that crazy? I feel like 2 Veils in a deck like this is kind of required. I'll take the Routine. We might play it. I've quite enjoyed playing with it at times. There's the Negotiations I thought would probably come back round, and it did indeed. So this is just 2 or 3 cost. I think I'd rather another 2 cost. I don't like Leopard, but it does have Vigilance, so when you add some counters to it, it can be quite nice. I think I just take the Earth Carver, even though as I just went on a whole spiel about why I'm not a fan. But I don't think I play 2 Negotiations, and it does its thing. And now that I've got some Nurturers, I can actually maybe utilize it a bit. I'll take this, but probably won't play it. And we're into pack. I probably won't play it. I definitely won't play it. And again, so many good cards. I could take another Surak. I could take a Sage of the Fang, which I passed up on in the first pack. I could take the Goalkeeper, but I think, again, same reasoning as before. It's on the splash. So it's really, do I want Surak or Sage? And I think I just have to take Surak. I don't think I can pass on that. Be very nice if Sage came back round, but I highly doubt it will. I think another knockout maneuver is great. I would definitely happily drop the Resolve for a knockout maneuver. It's kind of, I think, the best form of removal I can get. There's another type of removal here, but the go wide is kind of useless. I mean, it pairs well with my Earth Carver, but that's like actually the only thing that benefits from going wide, I think. So yeah, not a huge fan of that. The Disruptive Storm Boot is probably my best option here. I really like this card. I think the removal part of it is kind of crazy for just slowing down some of the aggro stuff. And it's not a bad dragon when it comes onto the board. Okay, there's another Devotee, which I quite like. I don't have many 2 cost things to do yet. Whale of War is nice, but I think I'd rather have a Devotee, and then I don't have to necessarily pay the Earth Carver, although I don't mind having it. Maybe I replace the Abzan Devotee with a Sultai Devotee. Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing else I'm really interested in. The Merchant can be good, but I think it's a 4 cost for essentially often a 3/3, so I'm not really wanting to go that direction. Yeah, I could take the Blossoming Sands again speculatively, but I'm getting later in the pack, so all the really good Abzan cards will have gone anyway. I suspect. I think even the AIs take Abzan, or rather, the AIs actually take Abzan cards. In a Premiere, maybe no one takes them. But let's take the Devotee, I think. Okay, Marshal of the Lost is a potentially Abzan card, but I don't think it's worthy of a splash. Obviously benefits more from going wide. But that being said, there is nothing I really like here. I could take the Crocodile, and it's like somewhat okay. Earth Carver's somewhat okay, but I think I'm probably not playing whatever I take here. I guess I could go Sentinel just in case we need more mana fixing. I think I'll do that. But expecting not to play it. Okay, so, and quite a few good options here. I think I just want the Blood Flies. I think this is my best option. I could take more removal with the Dragon's Prey, but I do have the Disruptor Stormbreed as well, so I think I'm doing alright for removal. So I think I'll just take the Blood Flies, but I might be over-indexing on 2 costs now. Okay, happy to take my third Kintry Nurturer. Don't think there's anything else that's very tempting in the pack. Ooh, now this could be something worth taking. I don't really know how to feel about this card. It feels a bit expensive for what it is, especially since most of the time you're playing it, the -2/-2 is just not gonna necessarily make a difference. But it is still a 5/5 with Menace, which can be quite the difference maker late in the game. Worthy cost is also maybe not terrible with all these cheap creatures and the Kintry Nurturer potentially providing some ammo. Kind of hard to choose. Yeah, I think I might just take the worthy cost, but am I gonna play a worthy cost? Am I gonna play a worthy cost? That is the question. If I drop these, how many cards am I on? 26. So I'm going to be trimming from here already. Definitely want to do Sun and Pamela if I can. Yeah, I think it is worthy cost and I probably don't play it. Just because I think I already have too many expensive cards, to be honest. Again, quite expensive cards here. Could take the Death Gorger, it's not bad. But I think I probably won't play it. Probably won't play that Envoy either. They both draw card effects, which is quite nice. But I have Surak. That's about it for card draw at the moment. Maybe I take the Death Gorger. It is like a 2-cost thing to do. Yeah, I think I'm not ever really playing Envoy. I'm probably not playing that either. I'll take this just in case. Probably won't play 3, but you never know. Take the Routine, take the Legacy. I'll take the Earth Carver, but won't play it, and take the Rescue Leopard. Okay. I think we've got quite a lot of good cards here. I'm just not sure. Oh, I can. Sorry. After drafting your final card, common and uncommon cards that exceed the 4th collection limit increase your vault progress. Okay. I think that's just because I reinstalled it. It's just giving me some information I already knew. Okay, so. Oh, maybe it's the sharpshooter. Is that what this symbol indicates? I'm not sure. Got the leopard. Let's pull this up. Okay, type creatures. Wow, we do not have many spells, do we? I think that's okay in this deck. I think it's allowed. Let me just check that there's no spells I might want to play. Routine, I guess. Resolve, I guess. I don't think so. Maybe I add a routine just in case. Okay, let's look now. I'm at 47, so we're definitely cutting a lot of cards. So what are the ones I definitely want to keep? I want to keep the hosts. I want to keep the veterans. I want to keep... I mean, my only ways of activating veteran is with Dusana and Pamela. Is that right? Yes. They're the only things that can give me another type of counter. Or if someone stuns me, but that's not a very reliable... yeah, not a reliable way of activating it. I'm happy to cut the Earth Carver, and I'm happy to cut the Abzan Devotee. I think I'm happy cutting the Death Gorger as well. Definitely playing the Surax. Definitely playing the Stormbrood. I think definitely playing the Devotees and the Wayfarer, so it's kind of like how many of the Bloodflies do I want to play as well. Right now I have a lot of 3 costs, so I should definitely be looking at taking some of them out. Probably a nurture is definitely going. I think I probably still don't play the routine, but I'm not 100% sure. What other 3 costs do I have? Negotiations I like. Yeah, routine's probably just not really what I want to be doing here. It can be nice because I can basically everything's a 4 power creature by the time I'm playing it, but I think I'd rather just be playing some other 3 cost. And I already have, yeah, I think it's an easy cut. I'm definitely cutting at least one of those. Maybe I cut a Bloodflies as well. I actually don't have that many things to do on... I guess I do. I just have too many 3 costs, realistically. Yeah, maybe it is just some more 3 costs, but... What's my average? I don't know what a good average is. 2.7 doesn't feel that expensive, actually. So maybe I can just afford to cut a Bloodflies or a Leopard, maybe. Maybe I cut the Leopard. And... one more card. What will it be? Could be worthy cost, honestly. But it is nice as a way of removing... like, planeswalkers. Target creature. That can be anything. This is target creature. Oh, that can do for something or planeswalker. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the worthy cost. Okay. Okay, I think this is it. And just checking the mana. Yeah, I'd rather have my green online. So I think that's good. I think that's what we're running. Okay, let's get started with the games. Both color lands, a 2 cost, a 3 cost, a 4 cost, a 5 cost. That looks good to me. That looks very good to me. Oh, Maru Devotee. We might be just trying to survive. I could always use the Disruptive Stormbrood. Potentially. Don't think I want to get rid of the Devotee, but I have that option of removal later. Surak is a good draw. Yeah, I think I just go this. Sometimes it's worth killing the Devotee just to prevent the mana fixing, but without really... Okay, interesting. Maybe I should kill it for the mana fixing if they're trying to do lots of colors. But maybe they're just playing a Mardu Devotee in Abzan. A relic. Okay, it is a... no point killing the Devotee. Actually, there is a point because... the Devotee is gonna be their mana source with this. I still think I want to negotiations. I think that's just better. Okay, well Beetle's obviously the most scary thing in their hand. So I think I just get rid of that. It gets exiled. Yeah. Definitely don't mind doing that. And this is going to do 3 damage. So Stormbrood's going to be able to kill the artifact, which is good if I can get it down soon. But I do need some more lands, which I'm not getting yet. Okay, I think we just Surak. He matches up well onto the board. And can't really be removed. They've got plenty of sources of lands because they've got the Wayfair still as well. Okay, they don't want more lands. Which is interesting because they have the relic to pop, and making this a 2-2 really doesn't change its matchups particularly. I guess it can be used to double block. This is a sorcery, so I can't just attack with this and remove something else. It's also annoying because he really wants a counter on him. Yes, that's nice. Oh, of course, I can't play 2 of these, can I? Okay. That's alright, though. We're still in a good spot. I guess I could attack with this, knowing that I can play another one. I think I'd rather just keep him back. He's kind of protecting everything. And we're just chipping away at the moment. So they've got 5 at the moment for this, and it is 8 total. So that takes them to 6. If I draw one more land, then I don't have to worry about it anymore, which would be nice. Is this just if it's a creature? Yeah, okay. I was wondering if they use this to damage, like hit the face, do I draw a card or not? I do not. So next turn I can play definitely a Bloodflies. I could just attack with the Surak first, just to get some value before placing another one. They've got one more card in hand. What could it be? It is funny playing Mardu Devotees in a, or what looks like basically an Abzan deck. I think the Scry is very useful, but I think a lot of the benefit of the Scry is to help with the tempo early, but maybe I'm not understanding exactly what makes it good. I think we put... Oh, I guess I don't need to put that down first. I can just attack. I think we attack with these. And I'm alright if the Pamela dies, because it gives me a renew effect, which is always nice. And it takes out 2 of their creatures, which feels like a pretty good trade. And then let's play this, and... Oh, they got something. They could have the Fankeeper's Familiar, I guess, because this gives them the blue mana. But they do not, but there is a spell. But I'm guessing Surak's persuading them not to use it at the moment, at least. Okay, they get a 3/3. But these Bloodflies are just gonna continue pummeling them. I can't use the renew effect yet. But when I can, it's gonna be good. Oh, please remove all the Bloodflies. Yes. Okay. And I can get a counter again with the Wayfarer. Or I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can just get rid of that, which is quite nice. Yeah, I guess. So if I do this, it's kind of not that useful. Yeah, this is seems way better to me. Kill the relic. They have nothing left. Feels like one of their only outs, really. I think we can attack with the Devotee as well. It's gonna trade 1 for 1, but that feels pretty good when we've got the pressure. And then next turn we can make something really big, or we can... Okay, no lands is great. I think they're just dead this turn. Let's see. So if I add 5 here, that becomes... Sorry, add 2 here, it's 5 damage. 6, 7, yeah. So unless... Yeah. It should just be fatal, I believe. Nice. Starting off with a win. You like to see it. I felt like Bloodflies did a lot of work that game. The removal was definitely good. I think their deck was pretty clunky. So that is also a benefit. It's always good when the opponent's deck is worse than average, because then your deck doesn't even need to be better than average. Again, we get both cards of mana, a 2-cost and a 3-cost, and a 2-cost and a 3-cost. So a bit of flexibility in there as well. Nice to see. Okay, maybe one too many 2 costs, but that's fine. What do I want to put out first? Maybe the Devotee, to be honest. Yeah, I think I prefer getting the Devotee out. It's a little bit. I'm more happy to trade it. The Bloodflies are gonna be better once I've got a bit more going on. These cards are pretty cool. I feel like the colors are a little... I don't know. That's obviously very purple, which I know is common for the black cards. And that's quite orange. But I think I'm down to trade. A trick. No. Night Brigade. So this is probably just playing a small creature to kill the Death Toucher, although it is a 3/1/3, which is annoying. So I could play... I think I don't want to play something expensive. I think I just play the Devotee and it stops the attack at least, hopefully. But it is... I am taking a little while to get going. Also, when it's 3 colors like this, it's like... You already know that they're gonna have some of the crazy 4 costs. Siegebreaker or... I can't remember its name, the one that gives your creature's Death Touch, or your token's Death Touch. It's like something Butcher, I think. Those cards can be really annoying. It's crazy that they naturally drew the 3 colors. It's always so satisfying when you do that. Just happen upon it. Okay, they must have a combat trick, but do I want to see it? Because I could coordinate maneuver next turn. I think I'm happy for them to use it this turn. Because it would then mean they only have 2 mana to play something, which is kind of an awkward amount. Desperate Measures, okay, well, that definitely don't mind that. I guess they get the cards this turn, so they might have something good to play. Yeah, that was one of the ones I was worrying about. Oh, they played it just in time to stop the damage going through. So I could play Pamela. It matches up well. I can play Bloodflies, but that doesn't do enough damage. I think I just play Pamela. It is tempting to play... Yeah, I think this is better. But it is a little... I'm a little uncertain. Because this, at least if they use removal, I get something from it. I think I'd rather trade this off. But very possible it was the wrong decision. Very possible, because they haven't used any removal yet, have they? No. Yeah, this is like a spot I don't like being in. Because, I mean, I do have removal in my hand, but it relies on them having, like, they're both... Are they called bite spells? I think I've heard them referred to. Like, your creature does... You require a creature to use the removal. So, yeah, looks like they brought something. They are taking their time, though, which means it's not as simple as just killing it. Yeah, that one. Ah, it's so annoying. I hate those. Okay, so I can... This is power 3 or less, so I can kill both, right? That can kill that, which is good. And then exhale should hopefully work. So you control and they control. Submit 0. Okay. Huge sigh of relief. That's 2 big threats dealt with. And we've still got a good number of cards in hand. And actually some of my stronger cards are still in hand, which is great. I'm so lucky they didn't have removal. This is fine. Nice. So we can play knockout maneuver and bloodflies. So I guess it doesn't matter too much which order I do it in. Probably want to do it in this order. Very nice. They probably now have like Sonic Shrieker they could have. That one's really annoying. They could have... Oh, there is a 5 cost, I think. I'm trying to think what it is though. Is the Siegebreaker 5 or was it 4? Okay, that is a 5 cost, but they use it as a 2 cost. Interesting. Why would you do that? That seems very strange. So I can only play one of these 2 cards. So I think I want to negotiations. I think I'll add it to the Bloodflies, just spread the love a bit. They might have Exhale is what I'm thinking. But right now nothing's blocking or attacking. You could have Coordinated Maneuver, which would get the Bloodflies. What else could they have? Ah, Flash Creature. Okay, well I think I'm more scared of the Battle Priest, but am I? It is... Yeah, I think so. Battle Priest gives them a bit of a win con, even this late in the game. I think I'm happy trading away the Pummeler. Kind of forced their hand a bit here. Yeah. They did not need to do that, but we take it happily. So next turn I can do 5, which is not really enough. So I'll just probably play this. And then the turn after that should be lethal. Okay. Maybe I just play this, leave the rest up, kind of scare them. Yeah. 3 damage, so next turn I can just put this on here. Yeah, sure. I think I'm putting it down just because there's a chance I draw some cards here and I actually want some mana, but there is no chance now. And now it is a guaranteed win, I believe, unless I am missing some crucial information. Oh, I am missing some crucial information. Oh no. Okay. Oh yeah, fact. I miscalculated that. Was it a tap land they played? Maybe it was, or maybe I'm just crazy and miscalculated. It's very, very possible. Okay, the Host of Hereafter has finally appeared in my hand. But I have no creatures to use my Exhale on, which is scary. Is this just a mulligan because I have nothing to play early? I think it might be. Okay, we have some stuff to play now. So we have 2 cost, 3 cost, 4 cost. Is that how I'd rather play it? Get rid of the Nurturer. I think that's how I would choose. I guess the Nurturer might be better than Negotiations, but yeah, I think I would choose to play it like this. Might be another aggro, which is not great. I have much less removal this time around. I guess I can get rid of 1, maybe 2. Okay, and this shit's at least not super fast. If they attack with it, I think I let it through. Do I? Okay. Now it's tempting to worthy cost that. Yeah, I'm gonna no blocks because I would rather stop the back beast attacking next turn. So I think we just aggressive negotiations this turn. Get rid of their crazy cards. Okay. So they can't play this yet. They don't have a green source. The Dawnbreakers are not scary, so I think I guess they don't. They don't have a land, do they? Let's read this carefully. When you attack, put +1/+1 counter on one of the attacking creatures. These are just creating 2/2s, which just doesn't feel like very much. Yeah, I think I just want to get rid of that removal. No attacks, because I want to be able to block. See, if I kept the Kintree Nurture, it might have actually been better with the worthy cost. But yeah, they got their siege down. Now they can... Yeah, that I should have removed that, just in case they draw the land, not realizing that this would happen. Yeah, I might just have to worthy cost it next turn. It would be so nice if I drew a 2 cost right now, but can't have everything in life. Okay, it's a 4 cost. So will this work? When you purpose, then it deals damage equal to its power. So I think that will kill it. I think. But there's one way to find out. Yes, okay. Thank goodness. And now if they draw a land, it's fine. This is sorcery, but I don't mind. Do I attack? Yeah, I think I do. I take 2 damage, but I'm going to take that 2 damage no matter what. I think I don't want to kill something, just in case I get something better. Because the other thing is, if I worthy cost once this is down, I can move the counters, which is going to be way better. So it'd be amazing if I drew a land, but it might be a bit too much to ask for. Okay, let's see what they got. No land, that's lucky. Okay. It's not great. Maybe I attack. Oh, I can just play this and then not attack, and then the menace doesn't work. Doesn't work super well. And even with the +1, that would make it a 5. It's going to kill one of them. And then the counters will still transfer, which is good. Okay, it gets menace. Happy to double block. Take your pick. Oh, do they have the invulnerable? They might have the death touch and invulnerable one. Which would mean... Okay, no, it's exhale, which is still annoying. But that works out kind of nicely in the end. I don't think they realized that was how it works, because I didn't realize that was how it works. Yeah. I do not blame you. So, what should I do here? I guess the veteran is the most efficient. So that's kind of nice. Whenever a creature you control or becomes the target of a spell ability that an opponent controls. Okay, so I can't use worthy cost to get it. So if I play this, I can sacrifice Dusan the next turn, which I quite like. Let's do no attacks, because if they kill this, I'm pretty happy. They are still not drawing lands, which is very unlucky for them. But neither am I, actually. We're both stuck on 4 lands. So, we're playing a weird game of Magic. Okay. They could have a combat trick again. Is there a world where I just let it through? I mean, if if they die, it's not the end of the world, because I can bring the veteran back. So I think it's okay. 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 Devotee. I think I can maybe start attacking now. There's a veteran. So if I veteran this turn, then next turn I do sun worthy cost. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Let's just attack with that because I don't want to trade anyway. It's a lot of damage, and if they attack, then I can just double attack for a lot. Still no lands for them, which is unlucky. Okay. Yeah, they're finally playing them out as 2/2s. Makes sense. Okay. Sun. Worthy cost. Yeah, we get rid of the devotee, I think. Although, is it worth? Because they can bring the devotee back, even if it's got the +1/+1 counter on it at the moment. Whereas they can't bring this back. And if I get rid of this, I can just attack with... Yeah, I think I like that better. And then if I attack with both, and they can't really attack next turn. Unless they can somehow get to 9 damage, which would be impressive. That can block, but then I can just make this a 6/6, which is gonna be kind of crazy. And even put this on the devotee, and then they have a choice of which really big creature to get rid of. And then also if I put it on here, then when I put this in with a finality counter, I'll be safe. Ooh, Veil. So I'm definitely putting this in. That's going to be a 6/6 regardless, so let's just make this bigger. Next, all attack. Next. So if they double block, I mean, they can't win. I don't think. I think this is a completely lethal attack, because that's 5, so that 2 has to go through. Even if they block this, that's 4, so it's, yeah, there's no way. They are just like me. You always want to just double, triple check it's 100% over. Or they just want to waste my time, which is fair enough. So I'll just do this for fun. Oh, that's a cool interaction where I can just do 1 damage to it. Because it's Death Touch. Okay. Another win in the books. This is going very well. Well, there is a Wayfair to play on turn 2, which would hopefully get me a land. And I do have things to do afterwards. I'm gonna risk it. I'm on 0 losses. I can afford to lose 1 to greeding. I probably can't, but what is life without a bit of risk? Come on. Yes! Perfect. It paid off. Never doubted. Ah, they can be friends. Are they gonna make it? No, they are perfectly matching. Don't think there's any point using knockout maneuver. Make this bigger. Super happy to trade. They don't want to. Globe, interesting. Well, I think I blood flies and keep the veil up. Next, or attack. I might veil the Wayfarer if they try to trade it. Okay. You do you, buddy. Okay, I'm definitely going to need to keep this maneuver for whatever dragon gets played. They can start playing them now with 5. Hopefully I draw a land. Okay. Interesting. Do I want to play that? I think I keep it. Okay, nice. Do I do host? I've got so many options here. I could just maneuver to get rid of the guard. They still have 2. Sorry, posture check. They still have 2 mana up, which could be a Molten Exhale, which is not unlikely, which makes the maneuver play a little bit worse. So I think I keep maneuver for the big dragons. I think maneuver's out of the question. So it's really which 4-cost do I want to play? I think it's Pummeler. That might be crazy though, but I think it is. Ooh, counter magic? That's actually fine. That would, I should have thought of that. But this makes it a nice little renew effect. So it was the one I'd most like to get countered. I guess the veteran as well could have been good to run into a counter. There is the Guardian. So I think I do post, because that's the closest to being able to kill it. I think we do that. Post plus veil plus knockout maneuver will kill it if it attacks. I mean, I guess veteran would be the same. It's kind of interesting. I think host is just better overall, more powerful card. Next, no attacks. Yeah, no attacks. And turn. This is definitely just the first of many issues I'm going to run into. The question is really how many dragons do they have? I think I'm happy to tank it. It is a lot of damage, but I think the blood flies will do work later, so I'm happy to leave them up. Okay, another defender. Okay, my turn. I guess I could just play the Veil anyway, because I'm going to play it regardless. And then if it runs into a counter, how bad is that? I would rather get the counter out now. They're thinking about it. They let it through. But I think they do have a counter, which is a little scary. Can they counter these? I'm not sure. I actually don't know. It could also just be Exhale. Okay, you can counter them, I guess. Ah, tap. That doesn't completely ruin me. Yeah, no attacks is fine. So even if they kill this, I can just move the counters over to the nurture, which is good. I think this time I block. I think it's just, I'm just taking too much damage. There's definitely an argument made to just be patient, but it feels like a pretty worthwhile trade. Trade Delta Bloodflies to gain 7 health. Oh, but it's got trample. I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh, that's stupid mistake number 1. Completely forgot it had trample. Completely just killed that for fun. Okay, I think we just have to try to do this, but it doesn't feel great. They probably just have another. Let's see it. Okay, it's just a tap, but it still does the damage. But I see they drew a card, so there's a chance they drew something to save it, but they didn't. So that's a relief. Another instant spell, or are they just full control? It actually is. Okay, I'm actually happy that they used the dragon like that. That feels like a pretty worthwhile trade, to me at least. And this is good because now they don't have mana. Are they just going to attack with a Nest Guard? No. Okay, well I'm happy to trade the Nurture. Do I just trade Nurture like this and block like this? Or do I double block the Nest Guard? But it can just kill both. This is more effective, I think. Now I move the counter. Got a 9-9 going, which is pretty good. Okay, we just play this, and I keep the Veil up, which is nice. And I can attack with the host, because the veteran can definitely defend. Yep, that makes sense. And I'm happy to trade the veteran. It would almost... that's what I would choose to do, because then it comes back as a 6/6. What have they got? Please don't be something completely insane. Okay, they have removal, but okay, this was worth, I think. Actually, maybe it wasn't, because if they attack with that, I just hit for so much next turn. Okay, they didn't wanna find out. Let's just attack first. And then if they kill the veteran, I can bring it back. And make the hereafter even bigger, which is always fun. Oh my gosh, it's so big. We just play that. 6/6 and a 10/10. Okay, despite my stupid mistake, that actually could have been a flyer's difference if this lived on 1 HP, because I would have just had the flyers alive, but you live and you learn. Remember to check for trample. Well, that might be... Oh, kick the light. Well, this might be mulligan worthy, because not only do I not have cheap creatures, but I don't have a black source, so that's much better, but I don't have a green source. Yikes. Oh, do I risk it? I have more green sources, so I'm gonna have 33 cards, 34 cards, and 9 of them. So my odds are decent. I think I just have to tank it. I think I get rid of Devotee. And we pray. I'm not sure exactly what my odds are. I'll calculate and put it on screen, but I'm drawing 2 cards. And there was like a third chance for each, roughly. A bit less than a third. So I guess I had a bit less than a 50% chance of drawing my color. Yeah, we are not finding it, which is not good. And that is not what you like to see. At least we get... I was about to say, at least we get a land, but it's completely useless land. Nice. Yeah, this might be a fast loss, I think. Yeah, the floweries. 6 damage straight away. And that's... I mean, I could just concede. For the sake of the video, I'm going to play it out. Well, not even for the sake of the video, just... I don't know. I feel like it's good sportsmanship to let it finish, even if it's completely over sometimes. But maybe I'm delusional, maybe no one cares. Maybe they'd rather I save their time and just ended it quicker. Okay. I can get Wayfair. Yeah. I'll just let them kill me. Ha! They can pay to return to their hand as well. And they can even get the flurry off again. Yeah, Wingspan stride with the flurrying is crazy. Well, I didn't really get to play that game, but probably my fault. I definitely have too much of a hesitancy to mulligan twice, but I'm like, surely playing with 5 cards is just a loss. Anyway, I might as well risk it, but... Oh well. Well, that is something nice to see after last game. Both colours, no 2-cost, but I'm not risking it all for 2-costs, I'm afraid. Okay, because I knew we were going to pick one up. Descent of the Storms is very annoying. Let's see what they do with it. I'd almost rather if they went wide with it, if they do buff it up, which it looks like they will. Nope, they're not. King Guard, okay. Well, I think it's just blood flies because there's nothing else to do. I think I'm happy trading it because then I can make the nurture next turn. But I'm guessing there's a build buff the descendant if they attack. In which case I would just block the spirit. Take 4 damage, probably. No attacks. That is not what you like to see, I'll be honest. Well, I could make the nurture bigger so it can block. Can play Surak, but that feels like a pretty expensive. I could also exhale and worthy cost. If I exhale, I can kill the Descendant, and then worthy cost kills the Pack Beast. I think that's good. So next, one attack, and then kill that with that. Okay, we'll probably take 3 at least, maybe more if they've got a pump spell. But I think that was the best play I could do there. Okay, 3 damage is bearable. Fairly bearable. So I could just make this go wide, and then it covers the most bases. Could also make this, just play this, and then the Pack Beast is gonna struggle a bit more. If I do this, I can block those, like, two damage and take 4. If I do this, I probably take 3 damage, and they probably just don't attack with the Pack Beast, so I guess I take 2 damage. So maybe that is the best. I think I like this the best. I think this is where it's going to match up the best, so. And I get the lifesteal as well, which in my damage calculation I wasn't really factoring in. Okay, all attack. So happy to trade that, and happy to trade that, I think. So I take the 4 as expected. Oh, they have combat tricks. Due to be on death. Ouch. That certainly hurts. Okay, so I can kill the Pack Beast, which is probably the best move here. And then I can play... do I want Veteran or Hunter? Probably the Hunter. It's definitely their most damage. And this can't be countered. Not that they really have a counter available to them. And at least if they removal, I draw a card. I think they have another static snare. Okay. So I do draw the card, which is something. Okay, we get more removal. Oh, wait, I can bring it back for... That's really good, right? That would get me... I think that's the best play. It's the way to get the most. Most value out of it. That was really nice. So let's just pray they didn't draw removal or I lose on the spot. Or some sort of... Okay. And no attacks. That's really good. And I can make this go wide as well. Or I could just put this down and I've got Snakeskin Veil, which means I don't lose to removal anymore. But I would still lose because the Pack Beast would... Their 3 would get through. I don't have lifesteal, so this is definitely the play. And we go wide. And I might even put the Snakeskin Veil on the Nurturer if they don't have removal. So Sora kills the Pack Beasts. The Nurturer can kill the token. Actually, I probably, like I say, I put the Snakeskin Veil, kill Devotee or King Guard. This looks like we might have barely stabilized, but it's going to be a long road ahead to try and get back to some semblance of a playable game, because like anything at this point could kill me. If at any moment they go wider than I am, they can just go around me as well. Got to say, the Stormbrood's been impressing me. That passive on the entry is really nice. It's got value twice. I feel like there's just so many situations where it gets value. Okay, my turn. Let me get something else down. Definitely not attacking. So it's just about what do they draw, really. I don't have many ways of gaining life. Keeping the nurturer alive would be really nice. But that's kind of a tall order. And the Surak's being very useful. At the beginning of your upkeep, if a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, the ability triggers an additional time. Wow, so Pack Beast is gonna go crazy. Or they can make goblins. They went the goblins. That surprises me. That seems interesting. Seems a little strange, to be honest. No attacks, because I need to keep myself safe from all these goblins. I feel like they're just gonna draw something that completely ruins me. Like another Duty Beyond Death would kind of just own me now. Also, they're like mono white almost. I didn't even clock that before. It's just this was what they're splashing red for, maybe. I assume they have more than just that, but so far that's their only red card. Okay, so I can start attacking with these. Do I attack with... I just attack with one, I think. And then I can bring it back. What are they gonna do? I guess if they don't block it, I'm in a bit of a predicament. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. Do I play the land? I feel like no. Okay. So they are now definitely significantly wider, but the fact that I get the life still is keeping me alive. Because they are 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 6 plus 3, 9, and I am 5. Oh, yeah, it's just the life still keeping me alive now. It really is. So I need to be careful. I should not attack again. That was a big oversight on my part. They are not low enough to be at all threatened by 4 damage. There are not very many cards in this set that make you discard a card either. The Sonic Shrieker. Is there anything else I'm not thinking of? There might be. Okay, they're attacking. This is where we find out what they got. They've done the math, so they clearly think this is a win right here. So, things I want to do. Surak matching into one of these would be good. This matching into one of these would be good. This matching into this would be good. But it's a 0 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now. This can match into one of the permanents. And then this matches into this, and I take 4 damage and heal 2. This is a wild. I think I keep the nurture up. So I do that and that. What have they got? If they have anything to pump, really, I'm just dead. But removal, I'm not. And that's why we kept that this whole time. You. So now we're in a much better spot. I can get rid of that, which is good. What would I want to add to the nurture, right? Okay. So then let's go all attack, and I heal to 7. It's a bit risky. I don't really need to all attack, do I? I keep back the veterans, I guess. Although the veterans do more damage, so maybe I do like that. Although the... Yeah, no, I want the veterans to die, actually, don't I? So that seems like the best play. Oh, I could have killed them. Oops. That is stupid mistake number 2. That was really stupid. That is like... if I lose this game, that is so painful. Oh my gosh, how do I miss that? That is the reason I am still gold. What is this final card? There's not many things it could be that would win them the game here though. Which is what's keeping me optimistic. Okay, they're getting rid of the nurture. Which gives me another card. Not that these cards I'm drawing are very useful. So now I can just win. Right? Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh, if I lost that, that was... I would have been in my nightmares. Hey, and we're plat! That is nice. A rank up. Hey, and that's an achievement as well. 2 achievements in this run. 2 more wins or 2 more losses. We're in a best of 3. Again. I mean, I think I keep it this time because at least I have stuff to play. But it's a bit dodgy. Also, I just got to a plat and I'm against a diamond. So that's a little scary. Okay, nice. That is what you like to see. That is the odds paying me back, bouncing out a bit. Not a huge fan of seeing a Strike Master though. At least it can't really attack into the blood flies, but it's just gonna be used for mana, I'm confident. Slipstick Appraiser. That helps them from the Mulligan. Okay, they didn't keep the Detainment, which is interesting. So, Dusan or Nurture? I think I want Nurture, because I can go wide, and it kind of, the going wide does pretty well here. I think we keep the Exhale for something a little scarier. Do I attack? Do I attack? Yes. Should I risk it? I take a lot of damage if it goes wrong though. They have some sort of removal or haste, so yeah, I won't. I think I'll keep it back for if they play a haste creature, like that perhaps. So if this deals combat damage to the player, draw a card. So I could just sacrifice it. Is that worth? And then I can exhale. I can't exhale next turn though. Ooh, it's an interesting question. I think I let it through. It's a bit risky, but I live dangerously. Okay, I think it's the better in this turn, or the host? Probably the host. And then re-attack with that, that, and that. And they all kind of trade pretty well. Actually, let's keep that back. Let's just attack with these. Okay, happy with the trade. Get some health back. They draw cards. They have a lot of cards and mana to access here. Imagine they just have the... What's the... Jeskai Revelation, is it? I feel like that... Okay, few. I don't know how much mana Jeskai Revelation is. Probably not 6, probably a bit more. Stormplane Detainment. Interesting, so... That would... This doesn't work when it gets exiled, so... Okay, Snakeskin Veil is a good pickup. So I've got a choice, because I can... Exhale. Maybe I just exhale and keep up the veil. Is that crazy? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, is Shrine Keeper really... I think it's just so annoying though. And then we keep up veil. I think it's worth keeping up veil, yeah. Do I attack? I'll attack with that, and not that. Next. I hate leaving mana up like this, but I just feel like they will play the Detainment. No blocks. Wait, so if I... Okay, I think I almost messed that up. Okay, that scared me. I almost played it before, but then that would just tell them what not to take. So this is the right order, but I was worried it wouldn't give me the opportunity between. But it does. So we are sort of receiving the benefit of holding our peace. This can't be countered, which is good because they had counter magic potentially available. If I attack with this, they would need to double block, and then my 3 counters can go elsewhere, which I quite like. So I think I want to attack with that. I could attack with the Bloodflies, but then I think they definitely won't double block, so I think I'd rather just do this. They might still have a spell, they might have Exhale. Okay. We'll get a card at least. So the question is, what do I put it on? I think I want to put it on the Bloodflies. Is that crazy? They also have the tap a target creature. Yeah, I think Bloodflies is where... So I've got 3. Definitely don't want to put it on Sorak, because then they will just definitely use stuff on it. Okay, they probably have the counter spell, but then at least I get the venue. Nope, just the tap. But yeah, they didn't want to tap because they didn't want me to draw. It's interesting they use it for a draw a card. Okay. At least I draw. And that's why I didn't want to put the counts on it, because it was always going to be the prime target for removal. Are they going to use this? Yeah. Okay. They're at least low on creatures. Oh, I have a worthy cost. A good worthy cost creature there. Yeah, I think that's super worth. They don't have counter magic up. Okay, these can work really well as long as they don't exile. Then the Dusan will, you know, there's 3 counters worth of counters within these cards. So hopefully we get 6/6 going at some point here. And there's another counter. Okay, let's attack first. Okay, they've got the tap again, yeah. Okay, I think I want Pamela. They do have counter magic though, so I think I'd rather run this into a counter spell. Would I? Yeah, I think so. Okay, no counter spell. Rescue Leopards. Well, I'm very happy if any of these die, and they will have to block, so that's a positive. I mean, I should just test. Let's do it. Let's see what they got. Put it on the trample creature. Counterspell. I can pay it. Oh, it's a tap. Okay, it still goes through there. Okay, they got... I don't know how many of those they have in their deck, but they are getting some value. Shrine Keeper. I mean, there's a potential that they get enough creatures or removal here, but... probably not. Hopefully not. That is a big creature. Yeah, okay. Another win! That feels good. Oh, we're in plat now, so we don't get 3 points for just existing. That's so sad. I love just getting 2 points for a win and then -1 point for a loss, and then you just go 2 and 3 and you're gaining points. That made my 2 and 3s feel a little bit better. Now I'm gonna just be miserable. Now I actually have to have a positive win rate, which I'm pretty sure I'm deep in the negatives at the moment. Actually, that's not true, because I did trophy once, so that on its own should make it pretty hard for the win rate to be negative without me going 0-3 several times. That's a lot of lands, but I think we keep. We keep because we have Pamela and that, which is a very nice early start. Or as in, maybe not early start. The synergy is there. The synergy is definitely there. Wayfarer or Devotee? Devotee. Just trades better. I mean, the Wayfarer would also probably trade, but this can become a 3-3 if they want it to, but they don't. Oh wow, no, nothing played is obviously quite lucky for me. I might just Wayfare, because it gives me a chance to get something from the graveyard, I guess. For next turn. Counterspell. I guess that should be what I was thinking, which would I rather get countered? I think I'd rather this gets countered, to be honest. Because Devotee can trade really well, like most of the time. Okay, I think it is... what would I rather get countered here? Pamela? I think. This comes back with a... yeah, I'd rather this. Countered again. I wonder how many counterspells you can run in a deck and actually have a good win rate. You could probably do some quite absurd amount, 5 or 6, and still do well. I think that's what control decks are about, question mark. It's where people that actually know the game will probably be mad that I don't know the game, but... well, they're gonna counter... so what do I want to do? Do this first. Oh, they've not got counters left. Wide or tall? Let's make it bigger. Okay, they are just in a bad spot, evidently. I mean, they were in a bad spot before. They missed like 2 land drops, only played counterspell. Oh, they played Devotee but traded it away instantly. And then haven't really played anything to the board since. I wish I'd put the veteran into the... Actually, I don't know. It's annoying. I want them both to be their renew effects. This is why you want to play these in Sultai, not in probably purely black-white, just so you have some mill. I can't play both, so I think I put this down first. What should we put it on? The nurture, I think. All attack. Just for some crazy lifesteal action. They are tapped out, so this is kind of rough. Okay, that's amazing. That just instantly puts the counters on the devotee. Okay. That's fair enough, that makes sense. But now I could just put them... I mean, I'm going to spread the love because I'm worried they'll have removal. But it would be really funny to have a massive Kindry Nurturer just healing so much each turn. Yeah, they have removal. Not too surprising. Oh, perfect. That is actually perfect. So I want this to get countered. Okay. I mean, I don't want it, but like I want these two to both end up in the graveyard soon. So I think this might be an FF by the opponent, depending on what they draw. But that might be a trophy. I shouldn't speak too soon in case they just go Revelation or something crazy and I just lose on the spot. Don't want to jinx it. Okay, that's a big creature, but should still be lethal. They're tapped out. Yes! That's a trophy, right? I think. Platinum tier 4. Is that 7 wins? I wish my memory was better. Yes! 7 wins! Wow, that feels good. I just love this archetype so much. I think you can probably tell if you've watched all the videos just how much I enjoy this. Just, even when I do badly with it, it's just so fun. There's something so nice about counters and just making things way too big. It's just, yeah. I mean, I hard forced it this game and I got lucky, like, hitting such good uncommons and 2 Sorax is just obviously like crazy RNG. I had so many good uncommons actually. Yeah, that was actually what a set of uncommons right there. The Disruptor Stormbrood really impressed me. I think just there's so many people playing enchantments and artifacts. Like you're very rarely gonna be playing like once you have 5 lands, there's a very high chances an enchantment you want to remove on the board. The host was everything I expected and more. Just made it so hard to deal with, like especially with Surak. They just had to choose what to remove, and often you just are forced into dealing with the host, but then the counters persist, and it's just a bit of a nightmare. I didn't really get to have as much fun with the veteran as I wanted. You definitely I think you need more setup to make this card work the way I dreamed of it working with the Pummel and Doosan, but there were games that if it went a bit longer, I think I would have had the fun of it, and there was one game where I got it, so I do like the theory crafting here. I think it would be fun and worth remembering that it's better in Sultai. Knockout Maneuver was just amazing. There was definitely that one game that I got super lucky that I had Exhale and Knockout Maneuver. It was the one against Zergo into Butcher, and I had like Knockout Removal, Worthy Cost, and Piercing Exile or something like that. Just perfect cards. Yeah, really fun, really happy. I'm gonna force this a bunch more. You're gonna be sick of watching it if you watch all my videos, but I think it's the way to climb, at least for now. And I think when I return to Premier Draft, which I will have to do at some point, this is gonna be something that is very often very often open, because building out black is pretty unusual, and I also think Sultai is underdrafted, and so it might mean I'm Sultai is underdrafted, but Abzan's just, I feel like I see the rare Abzan rares so late in drafts, so hopefully green black base is gonna be my recipe for success for at least a little bit. We will see. I'll probably do mix it up a bit if I get an amazing first pick of something else. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you tomorrow.